Hi,
No
what's up,
worries.
everybody? Welcome back. Today I have with you yet another special guest. He goes by the name of zeeboii. Recently discovered his YouTube channel, fucking slaps, good content. I'll let him introduce himself right now.
But yeah, my name's zeeboii. My real name's Zan, but it's spelled Zain. People think it's Zayn, but it's actually Zan. It's just easier just to call me Z or Zboy. But
Mm,
yeah, been in YouTube for about 5 years, technically about since 2013. Because you know a lot of us have like a YouTube channel back when we were younger,
yeah,
like in the secondary school days. I don't know what you call it in Australia, but
yeah,
yeah, I've
secondary
had it
school,
for a
high
long
school,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, high school, high school.
yeah.
But yeah, man, just been doing it for a long time, and here we are,
True.
2022, still grinding.
There you
Hopefully it all
go.
works out one day. But yeah,
Man, it is working out. What are you talking about? People are gonna be like, I'll give this like a year before like there's fucking heaps of people watching this very interview. About to pop
hopefully,
off.
man.
Yeah, bro. Just a quick little question about how you like. My first thing to ask is how you got started in the YouTube scene. What kind of drew you first? What was your initial goal? All that type of stuff. How did you, burst into the YouTube platform?
All right, well, I feel like a lot of us growing up in this day and age, we just watch YouTube anyways. It's like how you know, we see it every day and we see it from young. So I feel like everyone wants to be a YouTuber. But my main inspiration, I feel like for me personally, I see a lot of bullshit and a lot of just stupid stuff getting loads of views and everyone just I don't know, a lot of not bad role models, but just bad influences. And I thought that, you know what, I can do this YouTube thing and I feel like I can be still make good content, still make funny content, but have a good kind of message, be like a good influencer or role model, if that makes sense, because I just feel like there's so much bullshit and I could, show people that you can make good content, make wholesome content, all of that, but still be a real guy at the same time, or like a good role model, kind of, if that makes sense.
100%,
You know
bro.
what
I
I mean?
completely understand. Like, I relate to that as well,
I
bro.
mean,
Like you see so much bullshit these days, which is I
yeah,
get. Yeah, sorry, continue. I interrupted.
no, that's basically it. So I just started the channel properly in 2017 when I had a in England we've got when you finish high school, secondary school, we have our exams, isn't it? They're called GCSEs here. I don't know what you call them in Australia, but we have GCSEs, and I filmed my reaction to them. And I went to a grammar school for a few years, which is basically a smart school, isn't it? It's basically like a private school. You just have to pass an exam to get in, and I didn't do too well. And when I filmed my reaction, obviously people love to see you fail and all of that. So the video got loads of views, and when I saw my channel, which had been sitting at about 300 something subscribers for about 5 years straight, because I was never posting, it went to like 400, 500, 600 in like a few days because they had like 10,000 views in the first week. And I was like, shit, I reckon I could do this YouTube thing. So I carried on doing it from then. And I've always just tried to, just be, make good videos, have a good sort of message, or at least try to, spread good vibes in my videos, basically. But yeah, that's why I've been doing YouTube, really.
100%, bro. That's amazing. Same thing with me basically. Like I
Mm,
literally just had some random video. I used to have an Instagram account where I would just pretty much the whole game with Instagram, or it used to be, you just fucking steal people's content and then repost it, and like
yeah.
it goes viral. So that's what I was doing on YouTube for a minute on this channel, and I like stole this Pete Davidson clip. I haven't even told this story yet. I don't think it's
Yeah.
public knowledge. But anyway, so I stole this Pete Davidson like compilation clip. Anyway, I checked my channel like a year later because I wanted to get into like YouTube posting, but then I kind of just forgot about it because I wasn't really invested. Anyway,
Yeah.
but come back later, it's like 1.1 million views. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I had like a decent amount of subscribers, and I was the same reaction. I was like, oh, this YouTube shit is fucking easy. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I
I
just,
mean, it's something it's easy and it's hard at the same time, isn't it? I mean, I haven't even got a million views on my channel yet in terms of
mm,
like one video hitting a mil.
mm.
Here and there, like someone reposted one of my videos on Facebook and it got 1.6 mil, 1.7 mil, something like that. But on my actual channel, I didn't hit a million yet. So I mean, it's easy and it's hard at the same time. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't realize. You know what I mean? Like, a lot,
100%, 100%.
a
What
lot.
type of content do you like resonate with the most these days?
What, as in like what YouTubers do I watch or?
Yeah, what type of content actually interests you? Because I feel like I used to go onto YouTube and be like fucking click the control and then the mouse button and get like three, four, five different tabs with all these sick videos that I was gonna watch. And
Yeah,
then
there's a
nowadays
lot.
I can barely pick one.
It just froze for a sec, but can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of there's like so much content on YouTube available for us to watch, isn't it? And you know, I watch quite a lot of stuff, but you know, all this popular content these days, this whole extreme kind of content, all these extreme challenges, these Mr. Beast style, or you know, side men or Beta Squad in the UK, like these kind of videos, they're cool, but I don't know. Me personally, I'm not really too interested in all the. I mean, it's funny to watch on if you watch. It's like a good replacement for TV, but I don't really watch too much TV because I feel like there's so little hours in the day, and I just got so much stuff I need to get done. I don't really have time to watch just purely entertainment. I'd rather watch something that has a bit of value in it, if that makes sense. And I get there are people who do just sit and watch stuff for hours. It's cool. That's what they do. But me personally, I've just got, you know, I haven't really got time to watch just purely entertainment stuff. But I say that, but then I'll spend like an hour or two just on TikTok or something, which I hate. Like it just takes so much of my time. But when I do that, that's not really on purpose. It's just because I'll go on it and then I just end up taking so long. But yeah, content I watch, you know, I like a lot of stuff that has a bit of value, mixed with entertainment. Those kind of YouTubers or videos or types of content is like my favorite. You know, that's why recently I've been rocking with Andrew Tate. Like, you know, he proper blown up recently. And when I first saw him, I just thought it was just a bit of a joke. And you know, you just see the TikToks. Okay, so says some outlandish stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. But as I started to delve deeper into his podcast, I don't know if you've seen any of his podcasts or anything like that, but he says like a lot of real stuff, and obviously he says a bit of controversial stuff just for like the marketing side of it. But yeah, it's funny and it's got a bit of facts in it as well. So that is like the prime kind of content I'm trying to make as well. You know, it's funny and it's got facts in it.
100%. Yeah, Andrew Tate. Like, I have to fucking stop myself. Like, I don't want to get too far into the rabbit hole because I can already see like the effects of what he's having on, like, say like you're like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old bloke, and
Yeah, like you have
watch
to
that
be
shit. Yeah.
you have to be smart enough to extract the gold from what he's saying, because obviously you can get some people who just take everything he says face value and just, you know, alpha male this that. Like you just take the good things from what he says and then, you know, just you use it to your benefit. But yeah, I'm not someone who's gonna take everything he says and just, you know, run with it and become just that Andrew Tate flipping, you know, soldier or whatever. I just, you know, I just respect a lot of stuff he says. But
yeah, fucking foot soldier for the bold man. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to do that, bro. Yeah. But yeah, that's exactly like, it's just like human nature. I especially see it with a lot of Hamza, how people just pedestalize these people on YouTube and then fucking follow their every single move. And then the second they say something like outlandish, they go, like, you can't say that. Or, you know, like, what the fuck? Like
worshiping all of these, you know, I don't think you should ever worship any of these guys.
Exactly.
You know, they're just making content at the end of the day, isn't it?
Exactly. No different to you, me, or the person watching this video. The fucking only thing that is like different about us is like the fact that you're on this side of the screen and I'm on that side of the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it makes no fucking. And I guess that's just that kind of the nature of how people are. It's what they want. They want a leader. They want somebody to follow instead of creating the life that they want to live for themselves. Which is why when I see channels like yours, I'm like, oh shit, this guy knows what he wants. He's smart. He's fun. He's doing all these things for himself, and it's a breath of fresh air, and it's nice, bro. So congratulations, well done on that front.
Thank you.
No stress, man.
I'm surprised how you found my channel, because you know you're chilling all the way in Australia and I'm just here in London. So
true.
How did you find my channel?
I'm pretty sure it was Hassan. You know Hassan?
Yeah. I met that guy at
that guy.
because I don't know too much of who he was. I've seen one or two of his videos because he made a few videos about that Hamza guy. But I was at a Sneeko link up, and then
okay, yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
And then I saw him there. He was filming some content, and then I met him there. I spoke to him the other day on Instagram as well, actually. But
yeah, true. Yeah, I'm a fucking nerd with this content. Like, I'm all over the place on YouTube because I literally spend
whose content?
Just me on YouTube. I'm all over the fucking like, I'm on everywhere. Like, I spend fucking hours a day just like scouring this app, looking for people to fucking interview or ideas or some shit like that.
I spent a lot of time on YouTube as well. Like,
yeah. So I guess what kind of change do you reckon? Like, being in it, I've only been doing this shit for fucking maybe a year, maybe less than a year. What's kind of the process like?
2K subs, right?
2.5K,
for doing it for a year, that's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you, man. But that's nothing, bro. I got fucking potential, but that's another story. I want to talk about
We will do.
Yeah,
we all got potential in it.
Yeah.
It's about tapping into the potential, but yeah.
Exactly, man. That's why I like doing the interviews, because, bro, I blow up next week. Everybody that I've interviewed gets at least like a certain amount of attention. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Someone that I interview blows up, I get a little bit of attention. It's such a, I feel like nobody's doing it. Maybe like Joe Rogan or
mm,
whatever. But I feel like the second that everyone starts to connect with each other, people who are actually
yeah.
like serious about doing the shit. Because I don't want to fucking, I'm in uni right now, college, whatever. I don't want
Yeah.
to do that shit, bro. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you.
Mm.
Like,
I dropped out.
oh, you dropped out. Fuck, how's that?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
How was that experience?
So I took a gap year after just before university. You call it university as well or
Yeah, uni,
college?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I took a gap year before uni. So everyone was already 1 year ahead. And then I didn't really want to go uni. Truthfully, what my ideal plan was finish school and then in a gap year, my whole theory was I'd gotten quite a bit of views during school. And I thought, listen, if I got this many views without trying properly, balancing school, imagine how many views I could get when I actually try.
Mm.
So I took a gap here. I thought, you know what, let me bang out YouTube, bang out this content, and hopefully I'll just blow and then I won't have to go to university because I've got Asian parents and stuff. And you know how it is, they want to
Yeah,
go to university and stuff. That being said, my parents are actually very, very cool. But
yeah.
yeah, that gap year was actually very difficult. It was actually very difficult for me because there wasn't like it was just different. My friends had all gone to university. I had to make content that was sustainable, that could stick to my values, and it was very difficult. I saw barely any growth. It was such a slow year. And then I just went to uni. And then 4 months in, I was doing digital media technology, which was basically a bit of business mixed with video editing and that kind of digital marketing stuff. And
Got you.
we're going in once a fortnight for 9 hours on a Friday. And they were showing us videos how to edit on Premiere Pro. I've got five. I know how to do this shit. They were making us write essays, and I get it's university, you have to do that stuff. But I had to do an essay on lithium ion batteries, and I remember putting in so much effort, and I got a first in yeah, first in Australia, right? Like basically like the high grade in the essay, and
Yeah.
I was quite proud of it. And then I realized that that essay was only worth like 0.1% of the whole year. And I was just thinking, you know what, I put so much effort and it's worth barely anything just for one professor to look at it and just, yeah, cool, tick, 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 done, forget it. I thought, what a waste of time. And, a lot of people, say uni dropout, college dropout, and you get a lot of successful people. But I don't know, there's multiple reasons why I didn't enjoy it. COVID, the course content, everything, YouTube as well. I couldn't do YouTube at the same time, really. And I'm passionate about YouTube. A lot of people, they just do YouTube because clout or money, whatever. I'm actually dead serious about YouTube. So if I
I
really
can see
wanted
that,
to,
bro.
yeah, if I really wanted to take it serious with this YouTube, there's this book. In fact, I've got it right here. Yeah. The one thing, yeah, right at the start of the book, he says, if you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either one. So me trying to do uni and YouTube, I was just doing a shit job at both of them at the same time. So I thought, you know what, I gotta go all in. And I've got a side job that I do, to hold it down. Otherwise, I wouldn't just drop out uni just for 10k, 15k subs, but
100%.
have some sort of money coming in. And at the YouTube, it's going good. All I need to do now is just hopefully just keep grinding, and we'll see that it blows one day. But yeah,
Nah, it will, bro. It will. Don't be like, you gotta speak that shit into existence, man. It
no,
will.
don't get twisted. I believe it. I do believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm speaking like that. I 100% believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to happen. I mean, I do have some sort of plan, definitely, but in my head, I'm just quite delusional, not knowing that it will happen. Otherwise, I would have stopped a long time ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm certain that it's going to happen, just have faith in
100%.
God of that. But yeah,
Yeah, definitely, bro. It's the most important thing.
yeah,
Faith, man. That's what we're losing as well as a society. Fucking
yeah, it's
people are
true.
less like. But anyway, I don't want to get like dystopian with it too early on.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but yeah, in terms of like the future content, what do you reckon? Because I feel like we're in that sort of, and I did a video on this, but I feel like we're in that sort of new age of YouTube where we're transitioning from the spectacle, the Mr. Beast, like
Yeah,
mystery
yeah.
box shit
Do you
into
watch? Do
like,
you watch? Sorry to cut you off. Do you watch that? Have you seen that Ryan NG guy
yeah,
on
100%. Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah.
About his
I told you,
spectacle
bro, I'm
content.
everywhere. I'm everywhere. I've seen everything,
Yeah,
man.
same.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, exactly what he's talking about. And I was like, bro, yeah, fuck yeah. That's facts, man. Like,
Mm,
because we're all bored of it at the end of the day.
yeah,
We're all bored.
100%, 100%.
Yeah. I want to see someone like me do something that I could do if I put my mind to it. And that's what you're doing. And that's
Mm,
what I'm trying to do. You get me? So it's like, that's the brilliant part about it is that everybody's just, you don't have to be like before, like in the fashion industry or whatever, before like a Kanye or something like that. There was all these fashion houses that are just rich, white, and you can't
Yeah,
get
I've seen the video. Like everyone thought fashion was one way, and then Kanye and Virgil came along
Virgil.
and showed they could bring streetwear into
100%.
fashion. And
100%.
you know, I like you. I like the fact that you said that because I want to start talking about this more as well. I'm thinking I've got a second channel. I want to start doing longer discussion-based videos because right now, when I do short 5-minute vlogs, it's not enough to get my full opinion out. But I'm 100% for this. Like I've been talking about this for ages about how even like when Ryan NG said it in his video. For those of you guys that don't know, this YouTuber Ryan NG, he made a video talking about how the spectacle era of content, this Mr. Beast style of content where everything's always extreme, £1 million spent in 24 hours, it's just getting a bit unrelatable and a bit stale. And I agree with that. I think that people are lacking or they're missing out on that authenticity and that, you know, that natural vibe. And that's what I'm trying to do with my content. I feel like there's a gap in the market where people want to see, you know, we're so used to extreme content that the normal stuff just seems kind of boring now. Like, you know, if I was to go for a walk and I don't know, go to Tesco's, for example, the local, you know, supermarket and grab some stuff that could be entertaining if you knew how to do it. But everyone just thinks you have to do extreme stuff. I want to be able to take things which seem boring or seem just normal and make them entertaining. I think if you can do that, you're a real good YouTuber because that's like the power of storytelling. Like if you can make stuff which seems just, you know, it seems like it's just everyday stuff into something entertaining. That's what Casey Neistat used to do back in the day. Like back in the day, I never used to watch it that much, but last few years, top 3 YouTubers. The guy made a movie out of his everyday life, and I think that's so sick. The fact that you can just, you know, nothing goes on in your life and still make entertaining. I think that's what YouTube needs more of, and that's what I'm trying to do as well. That's why I've transitioned more recently into just good old vlogs and not trying to do crazy stuff. Like I fell in the trap myself of doing 24 hours here and 24 hours there, but I don't like, that's not me. I'm not trying to do that. I want to literally go out with my friends to the park and be able to tell a good story about it and show people that, you know, you don't need to be doing all this crazy stuff and have a good message with it, you know, mix all these different things, have a good message to it, good storytelling, entertaining, all of that, and make it into zeeboii style content. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay away from that spectacle style of content. That's why I'm personally trying to make my videos more of a vibe instead of just what I'm trying to make my content more about how I do it instead of what I do. I think that's the most important thing, how, because if you have a vibe, then you don't have to have all these crazy retention tactics. I've told the story to loads of my friends, but one of my friends, he doesn't really watch YouTube like that much. And you know, Nelk Boys. So Nelk Boys released a 45-minute video one time. I can't remember what it was about, but it was a 45-minute video. And my friend, he does not watch YouTube that much, but he sat through the full 45-minute video of them, whatever they were doing. And the video's not got intense retention tactics, as in like captions on the screen and this and that. But just because they had a vibe, they had an essence, you could just sit back and watch, knowing that you're going to get good content. It's just how they do it. It's not what they do. They could probably sit down for an hour and just chat shit and do nothing. But my friend, I'm pretty sure he'd probably still watch it just because he likes the vibe. So I feel like, you know, before that Ryan NG guy, he said about how before 2015 to 2017 was the daily vlogging era. Then 2017 to basically now was like the spectacle Mr. Beast era. I think the next era is like the vibe era. And I don't mean vibe as in how a lot of people say vibe, like, you know, it's a vibe. I just mean how people do stuff, doing anything, but it's all about how. So people have more of a style to them. Because a lot of these YouTubers, Arak, Mr. Beast, there's no vibe to it. It's just straight, what are they doing? There's no, you can't really differentiate. For example, you know Matthew Beam, do you know who that guy is?
No, I actually don't know.
Okay, wow. So Matthew Bean, basically, he's essentially just another Mr. Beast, and his like kind of niche is Mr. Beast exact style of content, but he always makes massive things. He just like makes a massive play button and makes a massive whatever. But there's no, it's just Mr. Beast. Like 100 other people could have done the exact same thing, and I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's all about how you do it. Casey Neistat, you know, Casey Neistat's got his own style of content. Sneeko, for example, has got his own style of content. So I think we should focus a lot more on how. That's why I think the vibe era is the next era of YouTube. That's what I think, at least.
100%. And what you were talking about storytelling before, that's like one thing that I noticed in your channel, that your storytelling is pretty elite. I got to give you props where props is due, but it's definitely something that I can take inspiration off. And anybody that's aspiring to do that type of content should take inspiration off or should learn from. And it's just like talking to like talking to people or being likable. It's the exact same thing. It doesn't really like people will relate to this more, but like talking to girls, right? It's not what you say most of the time. It's how you say it, who you are, what
Yeah.
message you're bringing, the way you hold yourself, all that type of shit. That's the exact same thing we're talking about when you say you got to bring the vibe of what you're. It's like because this is me hanging out with you right now, and the
Yeah.
viewer is
Yeah.
hanging out
Literally.
with us right now. It's just like a group fucking. We're just kicking it, you know. That
Yeah.
is
We're just
the
chilling.
exactly. I got a question for you. You talked about the two rabbits, right, from that book.
Yeah.
One thing I don't really understand, well, I kind of do to a degree, but for me, I want to ask the question is the second channel stuff. Why don't you put the long form content and the short, like all your content in one place before you go get that viral video? What's the
I feel
strategy?
like I feel like because last year I got into reading quite a bit, and I bought this book, The YouTube Formula. Oh, you know what, Bonnet? I'm trying to get this out for you as well. Look, good book right here, YouTube Formula. It's written by Daryl Eves. He's just some YouTube guy, but
Mm,
I don't know if you can see that forward by Mr. Beast. And think what you want to think about Mr. Beast. But when it comes to YouTube, that guy is a genius. So if
mm.
Mr. Beast rates that book, I rate that book as well. So I haven't read all of it because I just got readings a bit long recently. But he said, what was the question again?
The second channel strategy.
Yeah, he said something about content buckets, about how your content should be. You should try and make your videos fall into the same content bucket because the way YouTube works is they want people to stay on YouTube for longer, right?
Yeah.
So if I have a video that bangs, that gets a lot of views, YouTube wants people to stay on that app for longer, so they want to recommend more of your videos that are similar to that one on YouTube. So let's say all my channel is vlogs, or for example, good example, Gideon.
Mm.
So all his videos are very similar style, yeah. So all his videos fall in the same category. So any video of his you watch, literally any of his videos will get recommended. All of them will get recommended because it's the same type of content. I feel like if I start doing different styles of content, YouTube, like I don't want to mess with the algorithm. I feel like you should post similar styles of content on your channel. And secondly, my second channel content is not even, it's going to be not less effort, but it's literally going to be, because I've got so much to say about everything, but it's just hard for me to say it on my main channel because I'm trying to curate that for a specific audience. And I just got a lot to say. So my second channel is literally going to be me setting up a camera and just talking about things, sometimes with friends, sometimes by myself, but just about things that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Like this stuff I've been dying to get this off my chest, but I just haven't really had a place to get it, like to say anywhere.
That's
So
why I like it, bro.
yeah, thank you. So the second channel is literally going to be me talking about these kind of things, just deeper stuff. So the people who really like my content and want to see more of me, they can go to the second channel, but it's not going to be to the same standard because I know if I post this content on my main channel, it's not going to get the same views. Like, understandably, like it doesn't deserve it, if that makes sense. Like, it's for a niche audience.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to keep it to a second channel.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but me personally, I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck about the algorithm because at the end of the day, I know it's bound to happen. People are going to come regardless because they know who you are, they know the value you have to bring, and I kind of like it because to me is like a funnel system that we can chalk it down to. First, at the top of the funnel, you have like the biggest fucking opening, but like the coldest audience, which is like your TikTok, your Reels, your YouTube Shorts. Like more people see them, but for a shorter amount of time, it's less likely to convert them into actual supporters, right? The further you go down, the opposite end of that spectrum is like the long form content, which is this shit. And this is all the stuff that you could turn into reels and bring it up. But this is the stuff where people actually understand who you are, what you do, why you're doing it, where you come from. That's why I fuck with it so heavy, because I was somebody that come up on YouTube basically in my mature age, just watching podcasts, right? Long form content, because that's the stuff where like you listen to it, somebody says some shit that resonates with you, clicks for whatever reason, enlightens you, whatever, and you're like, bro, that's, and I want to, that feeling is like the feeling that I used to chase, and now I want to fucking spread that shit, but also spread it with a beneficial message, because like you said, there's too many people. Well, I won't paint it like so negatively, but it could be better. The climate of how we teach the generations below us could be better, and I feel like you have a really good understanding of that.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. I don't know. You see, like a lot of these big YouTubers, they're big for a reason, and I don't know. A lot of them, none of these guys have their like podcast or a longer form on the same channel. Like Mr. Beast, like he knows about YouTube, but you wouldn't see him post. It's all about content buckets, like I told you. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no,
I
get
get you don't really care about algorithm, and recently I've stopped trying to care about algorithm and more on just people. But even from a person point of view, if I make really good vlogs, for example, and people subscribe, they are subscribed because they want to see vlogs. Yeah, that's what they subscribe for. So if I give them anything else than vlogs, then I'm basically saying I don't care about you, and you're making content for people at the end of the day, isn't it? So because I've been doing YouTube for so long, I've literally done years of making content for different audiences, and I've learned it the hard way. Like I've made so many different styles, like literally so many different styles. I've done challenges inspired by that kind of YouTuber. I've made sneaker style videos. I've made Logan Paul style vlogs. I made all different types of content that I've realized that because the 5 years has been quite tough on YouTube because I haven't delivered to my audience. So it's all about delivering to your audience. Like that is one of the biggest reasons why most people don't even succeed. They don't even know who they're creating content for. Like before, I was literally making content just for whatever people recommended or whatever I thought was funny. But recently I've realized, listen, you need a niche and you need to stick to it. And that's how you get subscribers. So that's why I've started to focus on UK culture, because that is something that all my videos have some sort of, relation to. So now if you go to my last few videos, there's some sort of UK related something to it, because that's why if someone likes one of my videos and they see that it's related to UK culture, they'll know they get more UK culture. Because some of my biggest videos are parodies, and I stopped doing parodies because like long story short, I'm Muslim and the music is a bit, it's basically haram to be doing music. So I don't
what do you mean
parodies anymore. But like I'm not the most knowledgeable person to be talking about this, but basically it's something to do, I think, like the way it alters your mood kind of, and it trying to, like, anything which is an intoxicant isn't good for you. So like drugs and alcohol and music does have an impact on you. And I do understand. My thing like is, what about the music which is positive and that makes you motivated and stuff? Like I'm not 100% sure about why that stuff's kind of haram. I know it's something to do with the instruments, but anyways, that's another topic. But yeah, I stopped doing parodies, but I had a lot of success with the 2 parodies that I did, and I got loads of subscribers from them. And a lot of my viewers are inactive now because I was making content for people who like parodies, and now I don't do parodies anymore. So you have to make content for people. So that's why right now my main channel is for people who want to see UK culture related stuff. Because it's now if one of my vlogs blow up, I'll have a catalog of videos which are all in the same content bucket, all UK culture, so they can actually binge it. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I did. Yeah, for sure. I did notice that, like, the big thing isn't, like, obviously retention and shit is massive, but the big thing is how long do they spend on your channel after they recommend you your first video, or someone gets recommended your first video. Do they click on to find other shit? That's a massive indicator. So 100%, yeah. But I just feel like, yeah, I've been thinking about it, but it's like, my thinking is like, why would I dilute my audience? But anyway.
I used to be like that as well. I had a series on my channel it's called Course of Conflicts, and it was basically, we used to argue about things, and we used to do it in my car, and it was like half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, but they were longer videos, and they were on my main channel as well. And I used to think that as well. I used to be quite against second channels. I used to think, listen, let's say you got 2K subs, I got 15K subs, yeah. I'm not trying to post videos for only 300 subs on the second channel or 1K subs on the second channel, because like the audience is not there. But it's just about understanding your target audience, and I hear the diluting your audience, but at least that way your audience are 100% for you if you send them to the second channel. And you can always promote it in your videos whenever you do a normal video. Listen, what I was thinking to do is, when I do vlogs, let's say I do a vlog about, I don't know, let's just say, for example, I make a vlog about Andrew Tate, and I've also got my opinion on Andrew Tate. So the vlog is about Andrew Tate, and then if I want to talk about him for 25 minutes, I can, in the vlog, be like, listen, if you want to see more of my discussion on Andrew Tate with my friends, head over to the second channel, link right here. And each vlog literally funnels them to my second channel. So they're interconnected, basically. That's what I was trying to do. I'm hoping to do that soon. So when people start seeing on my channel, they'll know why I'm doing it. So that way, yes, it's a second channel, but it's still there. You know what I mean? It's just, I feel like it's also diluting your audience if you're on your main channel, because it's like, remember, people come to you for one thing. And if you give them loads of things, it's not, don't even think about it as YouTube. Just think about it in real life. If someone's friends with you because you like the same music and you talk a certain way and you act a certain way, and then one day you start listening to different music or acting a different way, talking a different way, it's just like, who are you? I don't even know who you are. Like, I was friends with you because of this reason, and now you're giving me this. Do you know what I mean? You just got to remember this. These are humans watching the videos, not an algorithm.
Yeah, I get
People
you. It's a
focusing on
good
the
example
algorithm.
though. But it's a good example because, bro, you want friends that actually like the real you, yeah. But that's the way I'm
Mm.
coming from. It's like the real me will change as time goes on, the same way the real you will change. So that's another like added factor into it. But yeah, man, 100%. It is like you do have a lot more knowledge in that regard in terms of the algorithmic shit, I would say. And it's 100% valid that you want to do that. And I probably should, as like objectively, like I should post TikToks and shit. I should but I fuck all that shit,
Yeah,
bro. Like that's not me. I'm not like I don't have
you know,
TikTok. I don't sit on my
TikToks.
phone fucking 15-second clips. It's corny. I don't get it. It's not my
Yeah,
generation.
no,
It's
I
not
used
me.
to, I used to be the same as well. I hate TikTok, but
Mm. No, I don't hate it. I just don't
even
like it's not me.
even if it means getting someone else to edit TikToks and post it for you or whatever, I feel like 100% like your presence should be on TikTok as well. Like I barely post on TikTok, but I'm starting a series soon where it's YouTube videos, yeah. They're
Mm.
YouTube videos and it's YouTube series, but it'll be easy to cut up and put on TikTok because you just need to be on TikTok. I mean, Andrew Tate, I know I keep talking about Andrew Tate, yeah. I
Nah, go,
apologize,
bro.
but
Go.
this guy doesn't even have a TikTok account. He just got guys to cut up what he's already said on YouTube and put it on TikTok, and he's gone so famous. I only know about him because of TikTok, and that is the way that you get a lot of views. I made an Instagram reel, got about 1,000 views, I think. The same short clip got a million views on TikTok. Yeah,
Huh, true.
the game is the game. You can't hate the game. I mean, I hate TikTok. Do I need to post TikToks? Yes. No one's saying you need to be like, doing TikTok dances and shit like that. But
Yeah.
if it just means posting, even if it's a clip from this, for example, you know what I mean? Why the next era of YouTube, yeah, and then you cut up and put it on TikTok, or getting someone else to do it, or once you edit this, make a separate sequence on your editing software and just cut them up into little TikToks and just pump them out there quickly. It's so necessary. Like us, if we don't post on TikToks, I think it's so ignorant of us. We think that we're just gonna blow through YouTube, but you 100% can. But it's like, someone's giving you a gold mine. Here's an easy 100K views. Or do you want to spend 10 months doing it on YouTube? It's like, listen, don't, the game is the game, adjust to the game. You have to adjust to the game. So that's why I post. I have to be against TikTok proper. And even the TikToks I do post, they're usually like easy to make or just here and there, nothing too stupid or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had a decent success on TikTok as well. So it's definitely important to post on TikTok, I think.
100%, bro. And what do you reckon your like got main goals are when it does occur, when you do hit that viral video or whatever happens that boosts your audience, gets you that really big platform? What are your motivations? What do you do it for? What's the big plan, I guess? You don't have to have one, but
yeah, no, I do have some sort of plan. Like I want to be like a voice. You know what I mean? I want to be, as I've mentioned before, a lot of these big YouTubers, they just have the clout and they don't really do anything good with it. I want to have the voice and the influence. This term influencer, it's a bit weird because all these guys, they are influencing, but they're just influencing bullshit. I'm actually trying to technically be an influencer, but what the actual word means, like someone who influences good stuff. So get to a point where I have some sort of voice which actually works, or people can listen to it and change. Because I feel like society right now, so there's so many things which are just finished, and there's so many things that I see, and people are just like, I'm like looking at them like, what are you doing? Like, you should be doing this, and you should be doing that. And I'm not perfect. That's no one's perfect, but I just feel like I have a lot of opinions which not are right, but I know that there's a lot of things I can just see straight. I can just see it. Listen, this is so wrong. We should be doing this. We should be doing that. And I feel like if I have a voice, I can, have a good impact. So yeah, I feel like, just getting to a point where my YouTube channel gives me freedom, financial freedom, of course, and also, a good voice where I can let people, not control people, but just impact people for the better. And obviously, specific things here and there. I'm quite into. I like movies and stuff like that. So I like directing a little bit as well. So I wouldn't mind. I'd love to have my own little series one day. I had a series planned for my YouTube channel, but I think it'd be much better as an actual series. But yeah, stuff like that. I'd love to write a book one day as well. Definitely like to write a few books because I feel like books are a good way to fix your attention span, because all of our attention spans are out the window, especially mine. Like because of TikTok and everything, books are a good way to make you sit down and read words. That way you have to focus. So I have to write a book, TV show, but yeah, just get to a point where I have a lot of subscribers and I can make a good impact. I feel like I'm not too focused on a million subscribers, 10 million subscribers, although that would be lovely. And I do want that. But I feel like if you have goals, then it's not good. It's better to have systems, as a lot of YouTubers say. Enjoy the journey, not the destination. Because if you can enjoy the journey, then the whole thing's going to be enjoyable. So yeah, just focus on making an impact, and the subscribers will come. They'll come. If I'm making good content and it's valuable, my videos are good and it's good storytelling and it's funny and it's wavy, all of these things, then the viewers, all the benefits will come. But not to focus on, my goal for the end of this year is 1 million subscribers. Yes, I would love that, but just focus on the journey basically. So that's what my goal is, if that makes sense.
100%. Yeah, no, I get you for sure. Yeah, I can be fresh to one of my things that I want to do is just get like a fan base where I'm at in Melbourne. I want to hold events. I want to do events. I got a lot of music homies. I got a lot of people that are recording artists.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the same thing with the fashion. Like it's kind of locked out. You got to have a deal. You got to have a platform. I want to get rid of that cost of entry as much as I can, because there's a lot of people on the ground level with that, like literally just grassroots, that are in the real world doing real things, and they have genuinely fucking like amazing experiences, great opinions, things that the world would benefit from hearing, but nobody ever gets to hear them. So in that way, I kind of view myself as like a bridge. I reckon that is like a sick way to look at it, because, and at the same time, I'm not completely, don't get me wrong, I'm not the hero. I'm not trying to be 100% selfless. I want to hold events so I can sell merch, for instance, or I can have my own clothing line and shit, like all of that, just creative, bro, just to express my vision and just stamp that shit. And then people can come to that. Like, I feel like there's all these YouTubers that stream, yeah, and they're all streaming. It's all like a circle jerk for fucking viral content. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. Like,
everyone just reacts to everyone else's content and just gets more views.
Yeah, but it's all just the viral, just like the cringy content, the shit that people are like, they know that will exactly get views. But I want to have like a whole like a setup where I can stream however many people watching, and it's just new people all the time, new creators, new this, new that. Because it's like sometimes it's like you're batting your head against the wall when you're creating this objective, or maybe not objectively, but subjectively to you, great content. People that watch it resonate with it, fair enough, but it's not what YouTube wants. You know what I mean? It's not fucking last to leave the red circle wins $10 million. Because if we loop back to that point, like those are the videos you watch once. And that's the thing I said in my video. Your favorite music, your favorite movie, your favorite whatever, you eat that shit, that ice cream flavor 100 times, 1,000 times. You know what I mean? It's not a one-time thing. Once you watch that Mr. Beast video, it's done. The gratification is over. But how many times have you fucking listened to Trippie Redd? You know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Literally like that. That's what relatability and authenticity, because that people like that, and you can watch that loads and loads of times. It's true. Mr. Beast, do not get twisted. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Beast, and what he's done is really, really smart, and he doesn't know what he's doing. But that kind of content, it's just not for me. And it's true. You go, you watch it, you say, wow, and you move on with your life. You know what I mean? So it's true.
Bro, I don't even know. If you ask me, I think it's for like fucking 9-year-olds, bro. Like, this shit is just, I know I sound like a hater, but
Yeah, no, it is for a younger audience, but I've seen a lot of his podcasts and I understand how the approach he took to YouTube, where everyone was just making content very selfishly kind of, and he basically said, listen, why don't we just use data and analytics and see how you can rinse the analytics and all the statistics and data and use it to advantage. And he basically just rinsed the hell out of it and got 100 million subscribers. Like, you don't get 100 million subscribers for no reason. Like, it's very, very smart. I know it's for kids, but kids are the biggest audience on YouTube. So
yeah, no, I mean, 100%.
He's a genius. He's actually he's much smarter than most people think. But I mean, at this point, you know who he is. He's got 96 million subscribers. It's for a reason. Yeah, when he does Mr. Beast, when he does Squid Game, when he does the opening his own chocolate factory, he knows he's calculating everything, and he's got all the second channels and everything. He's very, very smart. I think I've got a lot of respect for him, even though I might not watch every single one of his videos. He is very smart. So
100%. Yeah, I do have a bit of respect for him, but the thing that I'm more like is the creative side. I feel like he just dominated the logical, the left brain side.
Yeah, it's true.
Straight like,
it's true. There's not much. Well, there is creativity to it, but I hear what you're saying. There's not much artistic something to appreciate. It's just straight, like, in your face, retention. Don't stop watching, otherwise I'll literally kill your whole family. Like, it's proper, retention and everything. I like that. That's why I like content creators like Sneeko and whoever else, because any creator that has some sort of creative side to it where it's a vibe to it. Again, Mr. Beast, not much of a vibe, it's just straight.
Exactly.
I open a £1 million factory or whatever. So yeah, I agree.
What do you think about that? Like there's probably thousands of creators that have that are bringing something new, whether it be a transition, whether it be like, it could be the smallest fucking thing, but bring something new, but they don't really get the time of day because like for instance, you bring up Sneeko, his channel is slowly declining, because the artistic shit isn't what YouTube wants to promote. And maybe that's a reflection of what the audience wants to watch. Fair enough. But I don't know, it's just the biggest, like, it's always the same story. It's always the creative, like the actual creative gets like kicked into the dirt a bit. And then the rich people or the people that have all the fucking resources come along. And then the struggle then becomes to flip the switch. And then when someone finally does do it, which is what I want to do, then they're like, oh, they're a genius. But no, like, you call me a genius now, but fucking everybody knew it. Everybody was just following the crowd instead of going against it. If everybody went against it from day one, there wouldn't have been a problem in the first place. Do you kind of get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying about YouTubers. Like when they focus on more creativity, they lose a bit more views and stuff. But I feel like everything is up to you. You can't blame anyone else. Like if you're creative, but you're not getting the views, it's not because I used to think this a lot. I used to think like, I can do so much better editing or storytelling than this person, but why is he getting more views? Listen, it is 100% my fault. Though, like everything, literally, when you're creating content, about 90% of it is marketing. Yeah, if you're really creative, let's say, for example, someone like Sneeko, I wouldn't say necessarily his channel's dying, but for example, let's say you're really good at creating content, but you're not good at marketing, then it's not anyone else's fault. Look, Mr. Beast is better at marketing than you. Deal with it. Like, get better at marketing. Like, because if you can't market your content, it doesn't matter. So the people who are maybe creative, maybe they're focusing too much on making their videos creative, which they should be focusing on, but then you need some sort of marketing and you need to get better at putting your content out there because, it is what it is. Like people who are creative, they just, I feel like people don't put an importance on getting your content out there. So that's why I feel like, in the past. So for example, someone like, Hamza, he's got like whatever, 500k subs, for example, whatever.
Yeah.
When he first started coming up on my YouTube page, I used to think his videos are really, really not low effort, but low. I'm not even gonna say low quality either because there was value in it. But you know what I mean, like low production.
I get you, yeah. Got you.
Like sat down in front of a camera, probably the iPhone camera, and spoke for an hour. No edits, this, that. It was just really, playing. I used to think at first, this is more my immature mindset, thinking like, how the hell did this guy got so many views? Not hating, but just thinking like, what the hell? Like, how has he got so many views? I'm doing this, and that. Yeah, but he provided value. He had a target audience, and he gave right to them. Yeah, did I have a target audience that I was giving content straight to? No. Was I giving proper value which people needed? No. So it's really about giving value and being able to market it better because you can be really creative, but if you don't know how to put your content out there, it is it's entirely up to you. So I do hear what you're saying, like this person's getting more views but they're not as creative. Well, they just happen to be better at marketing. A lot of these guys who are the most famous in the world, they're not much better than everyone else, but they're really good at marketing. Look at the Kardashians, for example.
I
don't like the Kardashians, but especially the mom. People always say this, she's a genius because she made 5 like talentless women the most famous people in the world. And when I was young, I used to think, I hate the Kardashians, and I still don't rate them, but it's true. What the hell have they done? They're so famous in marketing. That's what it is. It's marketing. Like, right. They just know how to get themselves out there. They're active on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. And that's what creative people are lacking. Like creativity is important, but where is your focus on getting your content out to the masses? Me included. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bro, fucking, what's her name? Chris? What's her name? The mom.
Kris Jenner.
Is that her name? Chris?
The Bruce Jenner or Chris Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner.
The mom, the one you were just talking about.
Kris Jenner, the mum.
Yeah, the mum. Yeah, bro. She's a fucking super villain, bro. You cannot convince me otherwise. Bro, she literally pimped her kids out and then fucking she was like, all right, find the best DNA you can. Find it, have kids with them.
Best basketball player.
Yeah, best basketball player,
best artist. Best basketball player.
Exactly. Fucking reproduce and then gap. And then it's fucking days. It's all G after that, man. Like it's crazy when you think about it. But yeah, in terms of somebody watching who wants to create their own YouTube channel, their own music, their own whatever. They want to start producing as opposed to consuming all the time. What are some of the things that maybe you had to deal with, some of the problems that you faced? Maybe it's like people at your fucking school talking shit or feeling like cringing at yourself, whatever. Is there anything that you had to go through in terms of that? And how would you give your advice to, rectify those mental problems, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many problems that come with YouTube. It's not easy. A lot of people think it's just sunshine and rainbows. You make videos and you get views. It's not that,
Mm.
A lot of people, I don't know if you get this as well, but a lot of people, sometimes you meet someone and they're funny and people say to them, oh, you should start a YouTube channel. You're funny. Like, you're really funny. If you made a YouTube channel, you'd be really successful. But, YouTube is two things. It is the know-how, and it's I feel like the X factor, like having what it is, or the it factor, I should say. Like,
Yep.
if you're funny, if that's your USP, or if it's your creativity, whatever. But you need to know how to get views. You need to know how to market, how to edit. So you can't just be funny and that's it. Yeah, because other people that are funny and are not successful on YouTube, you need to know how to create content. But yeah, listen, I feel like when you get hate, listen, firstly you got to think about who's hating on you. You got to think about, do you even respect their opinion? If it's just some wet wipe who doesn't say anything good ever, nothing good ever comes out of their mouth, and all of a sudden they're telling you, oh, your videos are dead. Well, I mean, look at that guy. Do you even rate that guy? Why would you respect their opinion? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, when they hate, they're often projecting their own insecurities. Like, people will say, so one time I made a parody of this song, and I got given a free car, and it was a Corsa. It was really, really expensive Corsa actually.
Yeah.
And they lent it to me for a few weeks, and I obviously wanted to keep it, but they just said, hey, have it for a few weeks. So when I got the car, it was proper nice, heated seats, everything. Had like proper nice leather seats, heated steering wheel as well. Nicest car ever. And when I was telling some guy about it, I wasn't trying to flex, but I was just telling him, like, they gave me a car that was pretty sick. I remember the guy was telling me, just, the only thing he had to say was, oh, they didn't like, you only got to have it for a few weeks, or that it, or something like that. It's just like, listen, people, if you do the best thing in the world, people will be like, people chat shit. If you do the worst thing in the world, people will chat shit. People love to chat shit. They do it as conversation starters. They do it because they have nothing else to do. I find that happens a lot as well. Like, people just chat shit about other people just to fill the gap of
Have something to talk about. Yeah.
They just people chat shit all the time. But yeah, just find, if you're trying to do YouTube as well, just listen, find a gap in the market, find a target audience, deliver to them as well. Don't try to do everything at once. I used to try and make content for every single person. Now I'm just making content for UK audience, and maybe people from other countries will like to see what UK culture is like. For example, him from London or the UK, and you're still, like Casey Neistat, for example. He's a New York City blogger. I really like his content, but I'm not even from America. So have a audience and just make content. It's not easy, but just make it, because if you make content, that's the best way to get better. Yeah, you can't just sit and think about content you're gonna make and try and do it all in your head. That is not the way. Trust me, I've been there. You have to just make the content, even if it means make 15 videos and don't post them, but just keep making content. That's the one thing you just have to keep going. Like, don't ever stop. Don't take breaks. Don't take breaks. Like, take breaks, but don't, always be in the momentum. Always have a flow, because when you're out of the flow, then your ideas will stop flowing and it just gets a lot harder. So always keep creating content for different reasons. There's so many benefits for continuously creating content, because you learn from it. You get feedback from it. You know what you like to do. You know what you don't like to do. You know what works. You know what doesn't work. You know what makes you money. You know what doesn't make you money. There's so many benefits of just continuously making content. And the only downside of it is you just have to do it all publicly. Like, all the L's I've taken, all the weird kind of content I made is out there. People watch it and I might think, what the hell is this guy doing? And, it is a bit of an L, but that's just one of the things you have to deal with on YouTube, basically. But yeah, that's basically, some pieces of advice when it comes to making videos on YouTube, I guess.
100%, man. I was gonna say something, but my mom just walked to my fucking door.
Nah, that's right. It's calm. I saw you trying to shoo her away.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mom was
Get
texting me as well,
out.
but my mom has texted me before, but I just aired but I'll reply after.
Yeah. But what were we just talking about? I had something to say that was kind of like,
I was just telling you about my advice about people chatting shit and hating on you, but they'll hate on you for
oh yeah. You said your mistakes. Yeah. So
yeah,
I said this in the video as well, but it was one of the earlier ones. But all those mistakes that you make, yeah, nobody's gonna remember the shit that you fucked up on, right? They're all going to remember the shit that you succeeded on. At the end of the day, when we talk about these people, Mr. Beast, Sneeko, Andrew Tate, all these characters, do you remember them for the times they fucked up the hardest? Most likely no. You remember them for the times that they were great, and sometimes you gotta go to the bottom of like the depths to reach the heights. You have to be really shit to be really good. So that's just a little additional thing.
It's true. We always often another thing is we look at people at their prime or their highest state or their best state, and we think like how far off we are. But like, a lot of people are older than us, or they've had more experience. Like, let's say, okay, again, Andrew Tate, you might be thinking this guy is so good at this or that, but the guy's 35. I was watching some videos of him when he was 21, when he's my age, and he's a lot different. He's still the same, but I'm just saying like there's so much growth that you need to go through. Like not a lot of people. I remember seeing there's one content creator from the UK. He does these funny skits, really funny. And I was thinking, I remember him having less subscribers than me on YouTube, and I just saw him blow, and he's got loads of subscribers. I rate him. He's really funny, but I was just thinking subconsciously, you think when you see someone start off with less subscribers than you and get more subscribers than you witness it happen. It's not a good thing or bad thing. You see it happen. And you do think to yourself like, what can I do to improve? I was thinking for so long, that guy's same age as me and he's gotten all these views, and you do think about it. And then I remember he posted a birthday selfie or something like that, and he was 24 or something. He was 24, 23, and he was a whole 2-3 years older than me. And I was thinking, wait, this whole time I'm thinking, I'm like subconsciously in competition, kind of thinking, he's same age, I should be on that level as well. The guy's 3 years older than me. Like, I'm decent for where I am right now, and we all got our own. It's a marathon at the end of the day, isn't it? And you got to remember that you're not in competition with anyone except your past self. So yeah, don't compare yourself with other people, and only look up for motivation, but don't look up for as in like jealousy or anything like that.
Yeah, comparison. Sense. Got you. Yeah, that's really good advice, I reckon. In terms of like, usually at some point throughout the interview, I always ask if you had a message. Usually it's at the end, but if you want to keep going after this question, we can. I'm chill. We could. Like,
I could talk for years.
Yeah. We might split up into 2 parts.
Could do.
So basically, imagine yourself, because the way I view these interviews are like time capsules, where you 5, 10, 15, 25 years.
One second. I'm too hot. I need to open the window.
Aerate.
Is that? Let's turn up the lighting. Let me just.
Right now, you gotta just sweat it out now, man.
I'm basically sweating like it's peak. But go on. If that's too bad, then tell me. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, I view these interviews as time capsules, not only for me, but for you as well, right? You can come back to this in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, and you can say, oh shit, look at that kid. You can either say, damn, he knew some things, I should stick true to something, or I'm glad that I changed. So if you had a message for maybe you 20 years into the future, 5, 10, 15, what do you think it would be? One thing you want to stay true to?
My whole why I do things is because I want to be a good influence, a good role model. So I mean, whatever I'm doing in 5 years, hopefully, I know I will be. That's one reason that I know. I just believe. I know I'm not going to be one of them guys who kind of sells out in terms of doing a complete different kind of content, or like just completely as a different person.
Switching up.
I want to be the same. Yeah, I want to be the same person, and I know I will. I know I will be. I'm not the type of person to be fazed by things that are going on around me and just completely switch up. Just stay authentic. And it'll be sick. I love reminiscing on the old days. Like right now, this is my stage when I was still struggling on YouTube. And if I'm seeing this in a few years, and you as well, this is pretty wavy, because this is part of the struggle. It'll be nice to see myself. Well, it'll be nice to watch this when I'm older, hopefully. And if I've made it, when I've made it by then, hopefully, and witnessing me. Look at me sweating out. I've got videos to make right now, thinking about all the different things, struggling. Like, I'm in the struggle right now, in the 100%. YouTube struggle, and it makes you appreciate it a lot more. So when I'm watching this, when I'm older, you're a real G. Yeah,
bro.
And that's it basically.
A top G. Top
G. Yeah, it's kind of UK slang, to be honest, saying that G and all this kind of stuff. But
yeah, bro. He's got the Andrew Tate. He has that dumbass accent where he has like half UK, half American, bro. What the fuck is that?
Sparkling water.
Yeah. Water. Sparkling water.
Water. It's very weird. It's funny though, but yeah.
That's the first thing you notice. You're like, Jesus, what the fuck is this? Like,
But then again, it's all
Frankenstein.
not done on purpose, but it's marketing to an extent, isn't it? Look why we just spoke about him right now. How we got two people to speak about him because the accent's funny. You know, that is one way that people talk about you. Imagine if he was saying everything he said, but his accent wasn't like that.
There you go.
I mean, big reason why people talk about him is because of his accent, for starters.
100%.
So again, everything is marketing. Everything is marketing. Literally everything.
Yeah, bro. It goes
I
to
don't
your
mean it
point.
like
Like, people are always gonna hate, so you shouldn't like necessarily be, like, say you have something that people are gonna pick on. Like, I would feel if I was on the schoolyard in like year 3, I would probably take the piss out of that accent. If I was in Andrew Tate's year, it doesn't necessarily mean he should keep it to himself, because that's what happens. It's the points of difference that define or make you stand out. You know.
Yeah. True.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
true.
It is true. It is true. But yeah, man, I think I don't have any formal questions. I think that's it. But I'm happy to stay on and just chat shit until you don't want to. I got all night, bro.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I forgot it's late for you as well, isn't it? I mean, if you wanted to just cut it there and then if that's your main chunk of content, I don't mind. I'm easy. But yeah, man. I mean, if you have any other questions or want to talk with YouTube or anything like that, then feel free. If you had any questions personally about, by the way, what do you think about this, or how would you, I don't know, advice, or I don't know, anything like that, then, you know, I'm free to ask
100%, bro.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm not massively successful yet, but I still got a few things that I've
Nah, bro, you are. What are you talking about? You are. What are you saying?
Well, in comparison to where I will be, this is like, you know, when I look at my subscription graph or how my subscribers have been growing, right now it's like that, whatever. And all these big little jumps I've had whenever I've had viral videos, they look like big jumps. When the big one comes and I get like 50,000 in a week or something, all these little gaps that I've been carrying me along for the last 5 years are going to be just one flat. It's going to be nothing. So right now, you know, I'm grateful. I've come a long way. I've made a lot of content, done a lot of cool things, but you know, onwards and upwards. We've got a lot more to do. We ain't got much time, so you got to keep going.
100%. What's like the one piece of content that you're most proud of, you reckon? The thing that you kind of cherish, I guess.
That's the thing. A lot of my content, I don't even like a lot of my content. I don't like it. It's just,
what do you mean? Why?
Because I've changed a lot. Like I like my content. Anything from like, even anything from 6 months and before is just cringy to watch. Maybe because of how I look or how I've changed, or the style of content are just so cringy to watch. But favorite piece of content, I mean, one of my favorite videos is I made a video about how I met Nico Milana, because there was quite a good story to that. I've been watching him for a long time and I made a whole video about how I met him. And then that was I like the story of it. How I did it, I don't really like it that much. It's a bit formal, and I would have liked to do a bit more informal way. But I don't know, best content. I don't know. I changed so much. I honestly changed so much. I couldn't really. I don't know. You've asked me on the spot right now. I'm just thinking, like, what kind of videos? Just thinking, what kind of videos I'm most proud of?
Like the Nico Milana shit. That one, I reckon that's valid. That one's just fucking sick video. I watched that one for sure.
Yeah, no, thank you.
What did you get out of meeting like your idol? Like, you've met Sneeko, you've met all these. Who else have you met? Gideon as well.
Yeah, yeah, that was insane.
So what did you take away from like meeting those guys? Did it have an effect on you at all?
Is that too loud?
No, it's fine.
Okay. No, Nico is the biggest one. Sneeko, big idol, especially when it comes to creativity and stuff. But Nico is a big one because Nico I'd seen blow. I'd been watching him from a long time. He was friends with a YouTuber from my school. And when I was in year 8, year 7, which is like 13, 14, I used to watch both of them. So I saw Nico blow. When I finally met him, it happened in the craziest of circumstances because it's all manifesting. I made a few videos about him. I made a few videos about him, and then he saw one of the videos and he liked it, and he rated me as a person. Then he messaged me on Twitter and followed me, and I was like, shit, then I was like, this is mad. And then out of nowhere, when I was in a different city in England for my friend's 21st birthday, I was there. I was kind of going through it. I'm always going through it really, like when it comes to YouTube. But I was just thinking, what videos should I be making? I should be making some content right now. And I see a text from Nico out of nowhere, not some small ass YouTuber, literally the GOAT YouTuber in the UK, saying, "Yo, King, are you free tomorrow?" Yeah, bro. And I was thinking, it was insane. It was literally insane. And Nico is he is one of the safest guys. Like he he doesn't owe me that much, but he's done a lot for me. you know, made a video together, and you know, he followed me on Instagram as well. Like he barely follows anyone. I don't even know why he follows me. Maybe because he thinks I'll blow, or he just likes me as a person, or he'll unfollow me soon. I don't know. He doesn't have to, but very nice, humble guy, down to earth. And yeah, it was nice meeting him. When we did our video, because I know you've seen the video, but for those people who don't know, he reached out to me to get a video done, and the whole video was basically, it was going to be that one. The whole video was basically he was gonna give a subscriber a phone, but in order to do that, he had a whole fake employee Apple Store prank, and he had 100 fake Apple employees, all to distract all the workers, just so I could go in and get a phone. So it was all about me, because he thought I need a subscriber to give a phone to, and someone that I rate and respect. And he said the first person that came to mind was me. So I was quite humbled by that. Not humbled, is that the right word, or honored, whatever. I was just gassed I was quite gassed when he said that, and then he was going to invite me to their Beta Squad house. Do you know what a Beta Squad is? Like, yeah. So he invited me to the Beta Squad house to film some more, meet Chunks, and all these other big YouTubers, and I was quite gassed. And then on the day, he said, "I'm so sorry, bro, but it's not coming out. It wasn't to his standard because he'd been gone for 6 months, and he wanted to come back with a banger, and it just wasn't banger enough for him, in his opinion." But some people would be upset. You know, you got a video with the goat, and I could have gained like 50k subs.
Bro, surely he sends you the video and then you just post it on your.
No, I've got the video. I've got the video, but it's his product, and if he doesn't want it out, he doesn't want it out. But I'm not fussed by it at all, because I mean, firstly, okay, cool, we had a video, it didn't come out, boohoo. But firstly, I know that I know I have the video. Secondly, I've literally become friends with him since all of this. Like before this, I wasn't friends with him. Like I met him a few days ago, like because I just bumped into him basically, and he was texting me and stuff. Like we're acquaintances now, we're friends now, which is just insane to think about in the first place. This is literally Nico. This is like one of my YouTube goats, and we're just friends now, which is insane. This wouldn't have happened from the video. We filmed the whole video together. Okay, it didn't come out, but I met a few other YouTubers, and I know that he felt kind of bad about basically shagging it as in like he cancelled it, and he's supposed to invite me to his house. That didn't happen. We're supposed to make a video together, it didn't happen. He longed out a little bit and it didn't happen. I know he feels kind of bad, so maybe in the future he'll have another video, and this time he'll need me a bit more, because in that video I was actually not in it that much. I was like in it near the end, and I wasn't zeeboii the YouTuber, I was just Zan the subscriber who gets something at the end, so I wasn't really playing that much of a role. And yes, he might have shouted on my Instagram, but who knows, maybe he next time down the line, in let's say a year, he's got a real good video idea, and in that time I've grown a lot more as a YouTuber. I know exactly what kind of content I'm making, I'm in my stride a bit better. He's grown so much more. Like that KKK video, he's getting like, I don't know, 1 million subscribers. Like he's gotten so much more famous by then. Maybe by then, when he got a proper video, he'll say to me, "Listen, Zan, I got a video idea that requires you, and this time, you know, it's serious shit. I need you as zeeboii to play a big role. And I'm so sorry for shagging you last time, but now, you know, I need you for real this time." And it works out a lot better. Everything happens for a reason, isn't it? So it's not that deep. Okay, I didn't get a video of him, but he's my boy now, so I don't give a shit. Like,
that's it.
It's not that deep. You know what I mean?
Did you end up going to the Beta house or whatever it's called? Beta
no, I didn't. He said to come to Central London instead to film, because it didn't make sense. We filmed on one day, and the second day he said, on that day he said, "I'll call you again and come film at our house." But for the video, it didn't make sense for me to film at their house. Like there was no, if I was a subscriber, why would I be at their house? He just needed to get some cinematics at the Apple Store again where we filmed last time. But it's what it is. It's fine. It's cool. You know, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
100%.
But yeah, very, very safe guy. I rate him a lot.
True. Yeah, humble. That's the thing, man. That's the thing that you see, and you're like, that's somebody that you want as a role model, not everyone else, because for the most part, you can only judge their character based on the way that they treat somebody who can do nothing for them, right? And that is Nico for you, right? The Yeezy creative director for me. Like he gave me like an hour and a half of his time. This guy was appointed fucking like head of Donda Industrial, like, you know, whatever credit title that he has, he's given me his time. Like, and you don't see that often, because we're all stuck in this like trying to drag each other down mentality, or everything I need to grab for me. That's like the scarcity mindset shit. But that is like how I know that you're kind of switched on. You got that abundance shit going, you know? You don't care that you didn't get the video out, even though that's like, that prospect is very fucking exciting.
Yeah, and we had a video of our own. Like, I did get a video out of it, and the other video is, it's fine. Like, I got a video of Nico. How can you complain? You know what I mean?
True.
So it's fine. It is what it is. Everything that happens is supposed to happen. So if you're struggling right now, you're supposed to struggle. Like that is supposed to form you into who you are. You know what I
100%.
mean? So you can never regret anything.
True.
Cool.
Did you ever like I used to watch a lot of Joe Weller back in the day. Did you ever like watch Joe Weller's content?
Yeah, Joe Weller's goated in the UK. I think recently, I don't know if people rate him as much because fallen off. I don't like saying people have fallen off, but his content, obviously, he was in his prime a few years ago. But yeah, still like him a lot. I used to recently as well. I got a lot of respect for him looking back at it because he used to just make content in his room. Yeah, I think that is one of the dirtiest, like one of the sickest ways of getting views when you're just in your room. Because the fact that, bro, you're in your room, you're not paying for anything. Yeah, you're not buying millions of pounds of anything. It's just you. And if you and your personality and editing and everything can get millions of views, that is the sickest thing. That is why the internet is so crazy. He made a whole career just by mocking people online and being funny and being genuine as well. He's a genuine guy. I rate that a lot. And he's very funny as well. I like Joe Weller. He's a good guy.
100%. So you reckon, like, if you were him, would you be doing the content, like bringing it back? Because I kind of watch it now and I'm like, it's not as good as
he posted one the other day because you got that series Internet Melts. Yeah, he posted another one recently after a long time. It was like Stone Island Internet Melts edition. I watched a bit of it. I didn't get to finish it.
Exactly. But, see, that's what happens, bro. You know.
No, you know what it is. You have to adjust to the game. Yeah, it's all about adjusting. Exactly. If that content worked back then and the game's different now, you have to adjust. You have to see what different. You know, when I watched that content back in the day, I was, younger. I was like 14, 15, 16. Now I'm 21. Yeah. So people who make the same content, you can't just make the exact same content. You have to switch up a little bit. That's why certain people, blow because their content matures up. Even like Nico, for example, his content 5 years ago and his content 5 years, well, his content now is different. It is different. It's changed. It is kind of matured up in a sense that 5 years ago, they were just kind of skits and just silly stuff. And now he's pranking the leader of the KKK. So he's adjusted. And, it's all about adjusting. The game's a game. You just got to adjust, and you can't 100%. Just do the same thing expecting. What did Albert Einstein say? Insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you can't just do the exact same thing. You got to switch up a little bit.
Yeah, I brought him up because like it is really an interesting thing of like why he's doing that now, but also to say that guy is so underrated. I don't know about in the UK. Probably he gets a lot more respect over there. But just in terms of, he created the entire boxing thing. That was his idea.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? To know that, like, he made a video with fucking Theo Baker, like in his fucking local gym, just smacking him around, and that turned into a global phenomenon. Like, how insane is that?
It's crazy, and that all started because they were just making videos in the room.
But Joe Weller is like an ideas man. He's always had, and he's very perfectionistic as well. He's always had the idea, but they don't come every fucking week. Like an idea of that. Really important. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, but like an idea of that gravitas is like massive. Like it's impossible to do that every week. Like to have something like that.
Yeah.
But that's why I rate him, and I hope maybe he'll see this. But I hope that he starts to do some.
If you cut it up and put it on TikTok, then that's the best chance of him.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah.
Why Joe Weller is underrated, I don't know, something like that.
My dad, yeah.
It'll be difficult, isn't it? This is let's say an hour and a half, for example, into an interview. He's with zeeboii. He's not going to see that, but that's what I'm saying. TikTok,
hey, bro,
all of that stuff.
You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
But no, I doubt he'll watch fucking an hour and a half or whatever. So, but no, just to say, because I did reach out to him. It'd be sick to get him on an interview. That'd be like. Very, very tight, I reckon. Very sick.
Hopefully you do, man. Yeah. You're the creative director of Yeezy. I'm pretty sure you can get a YouTuber, Joe Weller.
Joe Weller, yeah. It's all about fucking the DM, man. It's all about how you finesse it. Yeah. Exactly. Is there stuff outside of YouTube you like were interested in and maybe you wanted to talk about, or should we leave that? Like maybe how you got bread after dropping out from college, what you went through to kind of, and the psychological aspect of it.
No, really and truly, it's just like a side job that I don't really it's just a job and I don't really talk about it that much. It's just the way I've got of making money on the side. But other than that, literally, other than working a little bit, my whole life is YouTube. And it's a bit hard sometimes when you're a perfectionist, you don't get all your ideas out. That's why I need to stop being a perfectionist. You just need to make content because I got a lot of ideas, but you know, they're not always out there. But my
Yeah.
life is literally YouTube, which is how it should be. If you want to make it on YouTube, you have to be like that. Like you look at me right now. I'm sitting here talking about YouTube for 2 hours. Whenever I meet friends and stuff, I end up just making a conversation go into YouTube because it's all I talk about YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily specifically YouTube. I mean, it is YouTube, but it's like the videos and the psychology behind it. But
Yeah.
my life is just YouTube, man. That's all I talk about. That's all I think about right now. I've got 2 books next. I've got a book next to me. What is it? It's YouTube books, fam. Like everything is YouTube. You got to be dedicated. You have to have one. Look, you have to have one thing in life which you dedicate your life to, and mine is YouTube. Yeah.
There you go. Well,
that's
yeah, that's insane. Yeah, that's funny because I actually have a video that's titled like "Stop Being Perfectionist" for that exact same reason. It's like,
yeah, perfectionism is terrible.
Yeah,
it's good and it's bad, but it does
exactly,
way more bad than good.
You reckon?
Yeah, because if I wasn't such a perfectionist, then I would probably have more subscribers by now. It's good. I mean, when you're a perfectionist, it stops you from making a lot of content. Yeah, this year I haven't made that many videos, especially the first 4 or 5 months. I made like 4 videos, one a month, because I was struggling with perfectionism and I mean, it wasn't necessarily perfectionism. It was a lot of I don't know what content to make and stuff like that. But perfectionism is it can be crippling and stop you from doing absolutely anything. I've had all these things to talk about on my second channel. I've only got 1 video from a year ago on my second channel, as in that long form content. I've got me talking right now. If people watch this, if my subscribers watch this is the longest they've got of zeeboii ever because of my perfectionism. I've never spoken this long on YouTube just because I'm such a but if I'm going to do a podcast, I want to give it a name, or I want to talk about this. Listen, I need to start posting. In fact, I'm feeling motivated right now. I'm out after this to start chatting shit about a topic and just slap at my second channel, because that is the way. Look at Hamza, that YouTuber, yeah? He just picks up his phone sometimes and walks around and films his opinion. A few thousand views. You might think only a few thousand views, but deep here, a few thousand views just from picking your phone up and walking and talking. I'm telling you, stop being a perfectionist, just make the content and you'll get better as you go along. The only always you have to do it publicly, but it's what it is.
Yeah, most of the time when I make a video, I literally just record a voice memo of like the basic idea. Like literally today, I was live streaming. I was streaming this morning. So what, like 12? What's the time now? It's fucking like
it's 2 o'clock here now.
Yeah, so for me it's 11 p.m. So like literally like 10, 11 hours ago, I was on stream, and what was I even doing? We're just reacting to shit and like talking. Anyway, I was reacting to some video about the sneaker and harms of beef or whatever. I was like, I watched a video. I got a sick idea. I was like, damn. I was like, chat. All right, watch me bang out a video of this literally in like 8 hours tonight before I got on with you. That's why I was a bit late, because I was a bit like engrossed in that. I just smashed out like this 2-minute video, like short, sharp, not clickbaity, but attention grabbing messages.
Good marketing.
Exactly. So it's like, that's the shit I love, because I'm usually someone that I'll have the discussion with you, and I'll be like, oh, that's a sick idea. And you only value it for that. Like it's the time where I actually value, or like I have the dopamine rush. I'm like, yeah, that's a sick idea. It's very fucking short. So I got to be on that shit quick. Otherwise that's going to be left in the dust.
This YouTuber, Ali Abdul, you know who he is?
Is it Ali A, or is that different?
No, not Ali A. Ali is the gaming. His name's Ali Abdul, the UK productivity YouTuber. He's like he's become like the GOAT when it comes to UK, when it comes to productivity now, like more than Matt Diavella. Well, maybe similar to Matt Diavella, if you know who that is.
Yeah, I know that is. Yeah.
He's very, very smart. He's a doctor at Cambridge, a YouTuber, and very smart. But he was saying something about how ideas don't belong to us. Like everyone gets ideas. It's only if you bring it into reality or fruition, if that's the right word, like then it's fine, because you might have a banging idea, I might have a banging idea. On my little idea list on my app that I use, I've got so many video ideas, but it doesn't mean shit. Like it does not matter how many video ideas I've got. Are they on my channel for people to see and enjoy? No. So it doesn't exist. Yeah, if you have ideas, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no one gives a shit if you have ideas. I might have the best ideas. Who gives a shit? They're not real. No one can see them. No one can enjoy them and learn from them. It doesn't matter. So you have to get your ideas and get it out there. That's what, people say. If you're a real entrepreneur, if you're a real go-getter, if you have an idea, it'll be in reality within a month or something. It'll be reality. Other people have all these ideas, these good ideas, but they never make anything of it. Listen, if you have an idea, get to work, fam. Get it out there. I've got so many ideas. I'm lacking myself. Listen, I need to get these ideas out there. Yeah. If they sit in your head, they're non-existent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean shit. No one can see it.
Yeah, you just get you kind of get less inspired because you're just like, it's been lingering for too long. It's stale, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying, man.
Yeah. All right.
Just
I
tell me
think
that
I'll,
idea.
I'll give you one more question and I'll let you go.
Yeah,
But so my next video is a public video. First, the
yeah.
second time ever that I've done a public video. So we'll see how it goes. But the premise is I'm going to ask people a question. If you were to die tomorrow, would you be satisfied? What do you reckon?
Sneaker had a video like that one time, didn't he? He was like, if I died today, have you seen it? It was like, if I died today, people would just be like,
Yeah. What do you
similar,
reckon?
similar
If you died
stuff.
tomorrow, would you be satisfied with your life so far?
So get some deep answers from people and stuff like that, basically.
You know, I'm asking you though.
They're asking me,
Yeah.
if I died tomorrow, I would not be satisfied. And we
Why?
shouldn't live like that. We should live. I mean, kind of satisfied, but no, I would be satisfied. I feel like I'm here with a mission, and that mission is not complete yet. So
That's exactly my
if I
answer.
died,
That's funny.
if I died with all the content with my channel now, I wouldn't be happy. Like as I just told you, I've got so many things I want to say, and I haven't even got them out there on the second channel. Just like okay, 2 hours of me talking right now. Yeah, I could talk. I could talk for 2 hours every day about this, really and truly, and I could get out there on YouTube and talk real stuff. Because right now my content's just entertainment stuff, and I want to get the real stuff out there as well. So right now, if I died, I'd be pretty pissed because it's like
Yeah.
I didn't make good use of my time. Yeah, I procrastinated a lot in my time, and it's motivation to procrastinate less. But I've got a lot to get done, and I'm only getting started. And it's motivation to get on with it now and straight away. But yeah, if I died today, I'd be pissed.
True. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's like you see your own potential, and then if you cut it short, it's like fuck the amount of shit I missed out on.
But we're
But
working on it.
yeah, exactly. But in reality, I have the same kind like the first time I heard that question or I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I had the same answer as you. But in reality, I've pretty much done everything I've wanted to do in my 20 years of life. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing really that I had in that 20 years, if we're going to isolate it, like usually it takes 30, 35, 40 years to see see a big success. In 20 years, 15 of which you're a fucking child, like you're basically like on drugs the first 7 years of your life. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Um, I think like all in all, I think it's a pretty decent effort, man. Because like you got to realize, or I have to realize, this shit will be on YouTube on the internet forever, and that's like one side of the coin, it's scary. On the other side, it's like I'm making fucking timeless shit. If people resonate with this can go on forever, and
No, it's good.
the
Like
art
everything
lives
you're saying is
beyond you.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everything you're saying is true. Like timeless content, all of that. But what I'm saying is, yes, this is good. Yeah, but I've done this once. I did this one time. I should have done this 100 times by now. Do you know what I mean?
Fair
That's
enough.
why I'm a bit. Today we mainly been talking about YouTube. This is 2 hours. zeeboii 2 hours on YouTube. I want zeeboii 2 hours on this, on this, on this, on this. I need to be more active. So I know I haven't done the best of my ability. That's why I'd be a bit annoyed because I've been lacking basically. If I was really doing it to the best of my ability, I would have had more subscribers. But you learn from it. You don't just sit and dwell. If I was supposed to have died now, I would have died already. My mission would have been complete. But I'm alive for a reason. I haven't died yet. Yeah, you haven't died yet because you still have more to offer. I mean, when you're dead, your mission would have been complete. It's not like being cut short. That was all you were there for. If that makes sense. Like it sounds a bit harsh, but
nah, bro,
I don't know if you believe God or anything, but
nah,
like,
I do, yeah, for sure.
God wanted you to die then because that was in your destiny. Like as in you kind of. It's written. You know
100%, yeah. And then the second part, I guess I'll kind of ask people, and I'll probably ask you now, is all right, you're not satisfied with dying tomorrow. You don't think your life's been up to par. What is the one thing that you think will bring you satisfaction? If you had it right now, you could say, yeah, I can rest easy.
That's a good question.
Because basically, this is why I like the question, right? Because we live with all these questions we ask, people give you what they want you to hear, they think you want to hear. When you ask this question, it's effectively asking people, what is it that you actually want? Past all the bullshit, past all how things look, the materialism shit. What do you actually want to do on this fucking plane, on this earth, as you live and breathe?
I was gonna say something along the lines of being able to motivate more people, but I'm also a strong believer. If you like motivate one person, it's as if you've motivated every single person.
Yeah,
like,
ripple effect.
like in the Quran, it says something about if you save one person as if you saved all of mankind. I think something like that. I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing, but you know, if you do something good for one person, it's kind of like you've done it for everyone because you're doing your bit. So I was gonna say something along the lines of helping more people, whatever. But I don't know. I'd say just be the better version of myself. We're all lacking. Like we could all be doing so much better. Like I'm not in shape, for example. Yeah, I'm 21 years old. This is the prime time for me to be in a good physical condition. I'm not. Yeah. So I
Yeah, you
wish
got like 10
I wish
years.
that for myself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then also just I feel like just the best version of myself. I just hate time wasting. If I wasted less time, I think I'd be happier because time is the most important thing. It's more important than money. Yeah, money can't buy time. It kind of can, but in a sense, you can't buy time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you have a limited amount of time, and I've wasted like even I've only lived 21 years, and even the last 5 years of scrolling on social media or whatever, the amount of time I've wasted is horrendous. It's unfathomable. Like when you see people our age who have got full on businesses and stuff like that, you can look at it and think like, yeah, that guy's got money, but he's just more entrepreneurial. Or you can look at it and think like, listen, that guy got up off his ass, and we could do that shit as well. We could really be making. When you see these guys who are like making 100K a year, for example, by doing online stuff, we could have done that stuff if we made better use of our time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very
so,
true.
Wasting too much time. Like that's what I'm saying. When I watch content these days on YouTube, I don't like wasting time. If I'm gonna sit down and watch an hour-long Sidemen or Beta Squad video with pure intention of just enjoying the content, cool. But I don't have time to willingly waste my time for just pure entertainment. When I watch videos, I want it to have some sort of a value or some sort of
All right. What about
And
if the way I'd circumvent that is that basically all the time that I spend watching content on YouTube is me on live stream reacting to it. So if anything pops off, if I want to save any moment, like in one aspect, I'm interacting with my supporters already. I'm strengthening the bond. Second aspect, I'm doing what I would usually do without the audience anyway, just fucking sitting on my ass watching videos. Third one, motivation, ideas for the next thing that you want to do. So it's like it's turning a non-productive task in isolation into a fucking like productive, time.
yeah,
For
no,
lack of a better
it's
word.
true. But I feel like when I watch YouTube, I rarely sit down and say to myself, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
true.
gonna watch some
Okay.
YouTube. It always happens when I'm not supposed to be watching. When I'm not supposed to be watching YouTube, that's when
Yeah.
I watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Like when I'm supposed to be editing, I go on YouTube. When I'm supposed to be doing something, I watch YouTube. So I hear that. But let's say every day at 10 p.m. I'm gonna stream, just go on YouTube or just stream it instead. I waste so much time already. I'd be like, I wouldn't have finished what I need to have done, and it'd be 11 o'clock. And
Yeah.
it's just like, I'd waste less time if I, could fix myself basically. Well, I can fix myself, and I'm gonna stop wasting time today. I've got a lot of stuff to do, so yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to set like a thing every day. I must stream, but like for me, like today, I was sitting down, I was about to watch this video. I was like, I could literally just be on a stream, right? Like I'm eating my breakfast, watching this video. I'm like, I might as well just start streaming. And then I'm like, look up, and it's like I've been streaming for like 3 hours because it's just like you just get talking. One of my people in the chat were like interested in my IQ, and he like linked me this IQ test, and I just did it live on stream, and it was fucking just funny. I never know what I'm getting up to.
You turn into content.
I don't, but I can. It's all on Patreon right now.
But
yeah. Like if I clip anything, if I feel like something is worth the content, and these are all the things that once I can pay someone to, and I can, but once I feel like I can, like really pay someone to do it, they have backlogs, archives of all this shit I reacted to, all this shit I did. Even if it's like 10, 15, 20, 25 people watching, no one has to know on the video, on the reaction,
Yeah. What do you stream on? Twitch or YouTube?
No, just YouTube, man.
You stream on YouTube?
Yeah, strictly. I'm pretty retarded when it comes to like streaming and shit. So
yeah, I want to start streaming as well soon. I want to get I've got plans to make a lot more content, a lot more streams and second channel stuff as well. And then I'm trying to do that for the next 6 months as well. I'm trying to go proper hard, but it's hard without having an editor or anything like that.
Yeah. So I don't have an editor either. Yeah. But it's chill. Like I literally just one man army this shit, and it's fun. I love it. I'm obsessed with it for now.
Yeah.
But with the with that question, it'd be interesting to see like the difference in answers between different people. Like someone like you that's like probably a bit conscientious, industrious, you know, all these traits that probably are more success, like aimed for more success or predict for more success, will like because we had basically a similar answer. We're like similar type people, I would assume. But it would be interesting to see like how females answer, how different males answer, how all the different personality types when it comes into the thing. That's why I feel like it'd be such a sick idea.
It'd be good to have a nice little you know, insight to what people think and stuff like that. It's good. I like these deep, thought-provoking content. As long as there's some
100%.
sort of entertainment to it as well. Like
Exactly right.
because
Yeah.
you gotta make it enjoyable to watch as well. I went through that a bit.
Mm.
I don't want to talk too much. I feel like I don't want to bore people too much, but like you don't want to give people just in one of these books that I've got about doing YouTube, they say dip the broccoli in chocolate. So
Yeah.
you don't want to basically give people boring stuff. I used to do that a lot. I used to focus so much on having a positive message that my videos ended up just being straight. They weren't even that fun anymore. They were just only good stuff. And people don't want to be lectured. You got to dip the broccoli in chocolate. You got to give them something entertaining, something enjoyable that they can watch. And then also sprinkle a little bit of substance, bit of value there. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So
yeah.
you'll
100%.
focus more on remembering, make it enjoyable. Yeah, make it enjoyable and sprinkle in the value, the substance, the
100%. That's why I like doing this shit, bro, because this whole thing for somebody that wants to make a channel, for somebody that wants to do something with their life, this whole fucking interview, value. Yeah. And I'm like, whether they realize it now or in 5, 10 years, 15 years, that's on them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, it's fucking, yeah, I reckon we should cut it there. I reckon that's good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Nice chatting to you though.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Good conversation. I love talking about YouTube. I told you already, isn't it? Like all I do is think about YouTube, talk about YouTube, make YouTube videos, dream about YouTube, which is quite sad, but that's the kind of dedication it takes for the ones who really make it. When you hear about Gideon and all these other YouTubers who've really made it, Mr. Beast, Nico, Gideon, they've been obsessed. Do you know what I mean? You have to be obsessed.
100%.
You know, chase 2 rabbits, you won't catch either one. So I'm chasing one big ass rabbit right now.
Catch the bunny, man.
That rabbit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. No, well, I appreciate you for coming on, bro. Thank you so much.
No worries, man. That's right. No problem.
And I'm sure we'll chat in the future. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, of course.
Love, bro. Nice Best of luck with it.
Bro. Cool.
Thank you, man.
No worries, man.